on Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out, we're talking about your word for 2018. What's your word for the year? Would you like a fun way to focus on your goals? What can you do to move forward with your word? Learn tips to discover your word as we begin our month focusing on a fabulous start to 2018. Are you ready to clear your clutter and share your gifts with the world? Every Tuesday at 1 p.m., join me on Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out as I teach you how to navigate the waters to declutter your life, get organized, and become more mindful. Come on, let's get started. Happy 2018, my friends. First, thank you for watching and listening. I truly appreciate it. Got another year of clearing the clutter inside and out to start 2018. I cannot believe how 2017 has just seemed to flown by. Life seems to go by so more quickly when we look at the year. I know there were times throughout 2017 when I was on vacation at the beach. Time always seems to stand still for me, or when we were in the mountains, another favorite place. It just feels really good to me. Time stands still then. But I look back and I'm like, dang, where'd the year go? 2017 was not a fantastic year for me. It's a thing called life. However, I'm really happy that it is done with. I'm excited for this year. I do this podcast because my hope is this gets you inspired to make changes to your life and live the life that you desire. Trust me, the podcast also helps me. When one of us thrives, we all do. Think about how different our world would be if we were all doing what made our hearts sing. What's up with the podcast this year? I wanted to share that 2018 is an 11 year. I got this little definition from numerology.com that it is a year of spiritual illumination. The 11 symbolizes the potential to push the limitations of the human experience into the stratosphere of the highest spiritual perception. The link between the mortal and the immortal, between man and spirit, between darkness and light, ignorance and enlightenment. I wanted to share this because as I've read on a couple different sites, I encourage you to do your own exploration. This can be a time of challenges, but it can also be a time of great strides, great spiritual enlightenment. I follow someone and he said the other day, he was sharing that, everyone said, 2017, it's a 1 year. And it really felt like we were decluttering. I feel like all this junk came up for me. 2017 was a real challenge. And I feel like the muck has kind of come up, and now it's time to really be released and move forward. Hopefully, you'll be taking action and moving forward in your life and as you listen or watch the podcast. I didn't make any huge changes this year. I'm working on being less rigid, so who knows? Might have changes later. A few of you asked for longer episodes. I'm still going to try and have my interviews do that. The reality is my time is limited, and I want to make sure you have a quality podcast. So probably between 10 minutes, half an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. The bonus episodes are going to be shorter and focusing on awareness. Each month, I'll focus on one topic that I want you to focus on to become aware and then taking more action. More I thought about this, I really wanted to do these little focus podcasts. I want you to take action. I want you to choose to change your life. Awareness plus action equals change. These little short podcasts will also reference previous episodes I've done if you feel like you need a little more support. Reminder, beginning January 11th, my Get Organized 2018 Facebook Mastermind is starting. It's only $56. I know after the holidays, we tend to not want to spend a lot of money. If you're really serious about getting organized, it's definitely worth your time and money. You get 40 days of Facebook support, a class. I've just finished editing it. It's going to be 3-4 hours, maybe even over that, all broken down into manageable steps. I have 43 chapters and 2 90-minute live group coaching sessions. Remember, go to Reawaken Your Brilliance to check out more information. I'm really going to encourage you, though, if you've dragged your feet and you said every year I'm going to get organized or decluttered and haven't, this is a wonderful opportunity. On with our first podcast of 2018. Now, I personally believe in reincarnation and that we're part of the never-ending story. However, that doesn't mean I don't want to clean up as much stuff and accomplish what I can in this lifetime. We usually need a roadmap how to do this. Today's episode was inspired because I thought this was a cool idea. I'm recording this at the end of December. I've been playing around with the word or two. I listened to a friend and he chooses 2 words each year, so I'm thinking that maybe that's what I'm going to do. I think I have it, but I'm still letting it percolate, and I really want to, on New Year's Eve, kind of declare it to begin the next day. I really slowed down for the month of December, and interestingly, that coincided with what is going on energetically. Trust your intuition, my friends. It's there for a reason. I picked January 11th to start the Get Organized class, not realizing that it was an 11-year. I just sat down and said, okay, when do I need to start this class? If you've listened to me before, you know that I often talk about how the point of power to change is in the present moment. And we don't need New Year's resolutions to change. We can change any moment we choose to. So don't get discouraged. Instead of focusing on a bunch of New Year's resolutions, consider picking 1 word, or maybe 2. I wouldn't have more than that. And if you do, maybe one's personal and one's professional. If we pick too many words, then we can lose our focus. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. If you pick a word and always remember that word, see that word, work on that word, your focus is going to go there. What will be your word this year? Some questions to ponder. What do you want to accomplish in 2018? What is your focus? Where do you want your time and energy to go? What would you like to create? Is there anything you would like to experience or feel this year? What do you desire? What's your passion? How can you be of service? Do you keep saying you'll get organized someday, but someday never comes? Are you overwhelmed, anxious, and exhausted by your clutter? Would you like to save time and money while reducing your stress? Are you ready to be organized and decluttered in 2018? Our Get Organized 2018 Facebook Mastermind community can support you. Begins January 11th with special pricing. Find out more at reawakenyourbrilliance.com under Life Organization Masterminds. Come on, join us. How can you find your word? If something doesn't immediately pop into your head, here are some suggestions. When I first was choosing the name Reawaken Your Brilliance, which was a live TV show that I used to do before taking it on as my business name, I was like, oh my gosh, got to come up. And nothing, of course, came. I was like, Thrive. I'm not feeling that. And then when I did a Google search, I'm like, good God, there are a billion things. I sat down to meditate, and boom, the word dropped right into my head. Reawaken your brilliance. If nothing's popping right in your head, consider sitting down and meditating and see if that helps. Jot down words you're attracted to right now. Consider some of the questions that I asked previously. Ask yourself those questions. I'm a big fan of the percolation. I also get great ideas in the shower and bathtub. Consider keeping pen and paper there and by your nightstand. Let thoughts ruminate and roll around, and then make your list. This is one of those times to just write it down. No analyzing or why on earth did I come up with that? Sometimes our soul speaks to us in different ways. Once you have your list, go through it. Does anything jump out at you? Like, oh yeah. Is there a common theme among the words? Here are some possible words. Declutter. You knew that was coming. Family. Health. Abundance. Release. Happy. Connection. Actualization. Patience. Gratitude. Expansion. Love. Fun. Grace. Alignment. Change. Journey. Whole. Simplify. Truth. Wellness. Focus. Spiritual. Joy. Positive. There are endless possibilities. You're only limited by your mind, and your mind, my friend, is limitless. Consider having one word for work or your business. Maybe it is right for writing books. That's a little note to myself. I also think this is a great exercise to do with your spouse or family. Encourage your children to pick their word. There was a fun little thing going around Facebook saying, pick a word for me for 2018. I think it might have included with the first letter of your name. If you're up for it, see what your friends would pick for you, especially ones that know you well. You never know, they might be right on the money. Moving forward, once you've picked your word, put it where you can see it. In your office, in your car, on mirrors. See your word all the time. You will begin to gravitate to do things to fulfill your word. Have fun with it. Make it colorful, make it artistic. You can ask yourself when deciding to do something, does it fit with my word? If it doesn't, it's clutter. Let it go. Consider sharing your word with people who support you. They can help keep you on track. You can share publicly or with a few friends or no one. How will you check in with your word each day, besides seeing it? Will you ask yourself each day if what you are choosing to do aligns with it? Will you focus on one task that moves you towards that word? How will you incorporate your word into everyday life? This isn't about being perfect. Life happens. You may need to change your word tomorrow, in 6 weeks, or in 6 months. It is A-okay. It is about being happy, healthy, and focused. It's about living your best life. It's about doing what makes your heart sing. Take actions. Choose your word. Nothing pops into your head. Observe. Write out a list and then choose. Celebrate and put your word where you can see it each day. Have fun and be creative. Share your word if you feel moved to do so. Create a plan of how you will take actions toward your word or incorporate it into your daily life. Decide if you'd like a word for work, family, with your spouse. Pick it. Don't forget to check out last January's episodes. A lot of good stuff that will complement what we're doing this year to support you in accomplishing what you desire. On our next episode, we are talking about creating a mission statement. Happy 2018, everyone. I'm really excited for this year, and I hope you are too. Let's make 2018 where we really declutter, clear all that stuff that's not important, so we can focus on sharing our gifts with the world. Go out, clear the clutter to create the life you choose, deserve, and desire. Are you ready to live a more joyful and fulfilling life? Sign up for our newsletter at reawakenyourbrilliance.com and receive a free copy of 10 Steps to Clearing the Clutter Inside and Out. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would love it if you would rate and review the show because it really helps us in the search ranking. See you next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. Remember, when you clear your clutter, you can create the life you desire.